Welcome everyone. We have the Jada Ultra Street Fighter 2 Vega. Some overseas retailers have had this guy out for a while. I purchased this from Big Bad Toy Store, so this is the first time I'm getting it. I'm glad that this finally has arrived. I think this was supposed to be released with Sagat and Blanca, but got delayed or something. I don't know. But pretty cool that we finally get to take a look at this. So the packaging, pretty much like the rest of the series. We got Vega on the back. Here's the UPC on the bottom. I don't know if Target is still getting like new product of these. You know, these were kind of like a Target exclusive kind of in the US, and then they started selling these in Walmart. Online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store eventually started selling them. So yeah, kind of curious about that. So let's go ahead and open them up. And here he is, just the kind of clamshell. So these are how his accessories are laid out. He's got unmasked head, masked head, separate mask, separate claw, what looks like some claw slashing effects, 2 extra hands. He does have a backdrop. The backdrop is pretty cool. If you like keeping these, you know, you can kind of put them up on your shelf and, you know, have the figures stand in front of them. And here he is out of the package. And he's pretty impressive. One thing you're going to notice right away is he's got a fabric sash. So that's kind of cool. It is wired, so you can pose it. The wires are kind of thin, but the fabric is pretty movable and thin, but yet thick. Like this is like a thick. This is like a stiff, starchy kind of canvasy fabric. So it kind of the whole thing kind of works well for what they're trying to do here. He does have a plethora of accessories. We went over that real quick already, but kind of go over here in a little bit more detail. So he's got the masked head. His ponytail on the mask head is articulated, and the hair is a separate piece and is very rubbery, so that's kind of cool. You can clearly see his eyes in there, so there you can tell there's actual full head inside of there, but this piece is glued on. He does have a separate mask that you can pretend gets knocked off in the fight. That's a gimmick. I don't know if that's a gimmick in Street Fighter 2. I think that's a gimmick in like the Alpha series, but whatever, still cool. You know, he comes with the claw already added, and he's got this effect piece, and it looks like you have to insert it. Yeah, this way. I don't know why I was trying to do it the other way. It actually fits on pretty easily. Once you figure out like how it's supposed to go on, it works pretty well. So he's got that. You know, he doesn't have any kind of fireballs or anything like that. So, you know, that's his effects thing that he's got. And then, you know, the separate claw that can get knocked off, that's another little gimmick. And then he's got a separate hand without the claw, and another separate left hand, kind of grabby hand. So there's that. And then his the head that he comes with, the hair is very malleable, as you see. So you can do whatever you want with this with this sculpt. That's nice. You don't really see that often. Kind of wonder why. Like, you think they do this like with Marvel Legends, with like female characters with long flowing hair, but yeah, that works pretty good. And then articulation is pretty much what we've been getting. The neck and the head are separate pieces, so you get some decent movement. He's got butterfly chest. He's got the disc hinge shoulders. He's got bicep swivel, double elbow. So you can get some pretty extreme poses out of that. He's got a dumbbell from chest to abdomen, abdomen to crotch. He doesn't have drop down hips. He does have an upper thigh swivel. He's got the double knee. May take some finagling. The bottom knee is kind of tight. Might need some warming up, but it's there. He's got a bottom swivel, kind of hidden there, I guess. And then for somebody with shoes, he's got some decent mobility. So, you know, this guy is literally a Spanish ninja. He should be able to do ninja-like motions. So that's pretty cool. There he is with the masked head, which is how I plan on displaying him. So yeah, very, very nice. I like the tattoo. It's just like one color, so it has kind of a muted look like a tattoo should. You know, there's no like black outlining and stuff like that. For the most part, the paint is pretty crisp on this guy. You know, even the gold areas. So they did a really good job with this. All right, so let's do some comparisons. So he is a bit taller than Ken and Ryu. There's Ken. Here is Blanca, who's a bit taller than him. Blanca's got a very unique body. Like his body is not similar to any of the other characters. And then I guess Sagat is also kind of his wave mate, and as you see, he is towering over these guys. So that's what the team looks like here. And then we don't have Balrog yet, but here is M. Bison. And he's a teeny bit taller than M. Bison. Just ever so teeny bit taller. So we almost got the bosses of Shadow Law assembled here. So yeah, great figure. You know, if you're collecting this line, you're gonna want to get this guy to kind of complete everything. So we don't have too many more characters that we need. So you know, we're still missing Balrog, E Honda, T Hawk, and Akuma. I think that's it. So almost a wave worth of figures. We're missing Zangief. So yeah, there's been more pics of E Honda and Zangief. Obviously there's been pics of Akuma, but like you could kind of tell like E Honda and Zangief are probably going to be solicited next. So yeah, really looking forward to this, and also looking forward to their Street Fighter Alpha line. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.